I'd like to share some tips to move past problems. There are, so many challenges today, and we're looking for ways to help us. So, when you let go and you raise your frequency above that of the problem, we call it magic then. Magic takes place, and the universe, it begins to swing into place behind your vision and it energizes it. And it actually does more than that. It synchronizes with it and then it becomes powerful. So I'd like to just share some steps with you. First of all, write down your vision or think clearly about it, even if you don't want to write it down. Maybe you're busy doing something and you suddenly get an aha moment or a thought about something that you really desire or that a real problem that you're thinking about. And so write down your vision about it. Think clearly about it because the universe is so precise. Energy is so precise. And I know this from working with energy for a very long time and quantifying information scientifically. So I know that it's very precise. Second, state that it will only come about for the highest good of everyone that's concerned in it. So say you're wanting a different job. If it's really the best thing for you, then it will come. It will align with it. Only tell people that have that can hold positive vision for you. So you don't want somebody criticizing your thoughts or, because criticism can take you down the rabbit hole or it can put negative spin to it. You can second guess yourself. That's no good. Really pay attention to who you share your information with. You want someone to feel aligned in how you feel. Then we send out higher, more intensified energy, and that will bring about a greater creation for you. And then when you've done this, just let it go. Just let it go. Try not to think about it. I mean, if it comes into your mind, just allow it to pass because you and the universe, the energy that exists, now imprints and it creates. That's how we co-create. It begins to take on its own vibration and its own resonance. Do higher frequency things that take your full concentration. So you don't want to do the low, you don't want to be in the low, you don't want to think low, you don't want to be around the low. Do the higher frequency. We talk about even just being in nature in that. Nature is very helpful. It's very positive. It feels really good to be in nature and it just brings our energy up. This gives the universe space to bring your vision into manifestation. It doesn't mean it's going to happen today or in the very moment or even tomorrow. Sometimes it's very serendipitous. Everything has to just be in its right alignment for it to take place. So here's an example. This is many years ago. I wanted to meet a really nice guy, and I remember writing a list of everything that I wanted in this partner. And it wasn't so much how he looked, it was just more about his character and how he shows up in the world and that. This was important to me in a partnership. And so what I did, I wrote it all out. And then I took it from inside and I actually put it on paper where it then became even more dimensional. And then I put it aside. And then I just had, one day I was working with some clients and one of my guides came to me and said to me, you may be interested in going to this. This would be very beneficial for you. And so I thought about it. And then 2 days later, the same guide comes while I'm working with someone else. And it says to me, very funny, it says, and this is where you will meet this man. And I thought, this is really amazing. And I actually said back to it, you better stop teasing me. That's not even funny. Because in the moment, it felt really almost kind of silly and ridiculous, you know. Sorry to say, that was my initial reaction. 2 months later, so it's a span of 2 months, I'm off to a happening. And I kept bumping into this person, but had no idea, wasn't even thinking it because my mind was elsewhere, focused on the actual retreat that I was at. But I kept bumping into this person. And what was really interesting, at a time where I was doing a journey while I was at this retreat, it was really interesting because the guide came to me with a big eyeball and it said to me, can you view this person in a different way? And I thought, I don't know, maybe I can. And I just kind of put it in the back of my mind for a little bit and went about doing my retreat. But we kept bumping into each other. Long story short, he's now my husband of 25 years. And it was the best thing that happened to me. So, you know, the funny thing is, if it doesn't happen, then it's probably for your highest and best interests. If it does, don't try to control the happening. I wouldn't consider that to be having been my problem, but it was something I deeply, deeply wanted in my heart. And I wanted to share it with you because there's been so many changes of relationships going on out there in the world. People coming and going, people that have been in our lives for a very long time that are no longer because of whatever the situation is that we've parted. And I can talk more about this at another time. This has to do with the earth and a new earth being formed and new different dimensions happening and such. But to bring it back to the scope of what I'm speaking about, we're really changing and who we're connecting with, who we're being with, what that relationship is about, the purpose, the wisdom, all of that within it. This is all taking place right now. And so, you know, if you're meant to be with somebody, or if you're desiring new relationship, or difference in relationship, or wanting to know about a current relationship, these are some of the ways that you can begin to get through your problem solving. And go to the guides. The guides are great. They help you with what to do with things, and they will really guide you. But also, we also have to take steps forward and create action, so that if I had not gone to this particular place, I would never have met this person. So, you know, it's up to you. You have the responsibility. I hope this is helpful. My information is below. I'm Laurie Wheeler of Wellness Within.